Hi everyone, my name is Kevin Wallace and I'm an undergraduate student at Purdue University working at Zucrow Laboratories with the project research assistant John Ellis and our professor Dr. Timothy Pourpoint. To kick it off, I'd first like to talk about some of the common challenges in hypersonics and why they aren't an everyday reality yet. Naming a few, we have extremely high heat fluxes and temperatures. This introduces challenges as to what materials we can use, cooling mechanisms, etc. Difficulties in fluid simulations is also a challenge that is still being worked on today, specifically due to unsteady flow with shockwave boundary layer interactions, among many other things to model. And lastly, ground testing proves to be tough due to difficulty replicating hypersonic conditions. Moving on to the work we do at Zucrow Laboratories, we test highly energy-dense solid fuels for use in ramjets. These types of fuels provide advantages like a smaller chamber size, which leads to a smaller vehicle and less drag overall in the vehicle. We're also looking into extending the lower flammability limits of the grain, which will be especially useful at higher Mach numbers and keeping the combustion process alive. The main thing that I work on at Zucrow is making these energy-dense grains. I first mix the necessary chemicals in a beaker, degas the mixture to pull air bubbles out, pour them into the mold that you can see in the bottom right, and then place them in an oven to cure over the next couple of days. I can make multiple grains in a day with varying mixture ratios and chemicals to test, and here's what one of those tests looks like. This test simulates conditions at 60,000 feet at Mach 3. Gaseous oxygen is initially used to enrich the air to help with ignition, and then towards the end of the test is pure air with no added oxygen, and the transition can be seen in the reflection of the plexiglass with how bright the flame is. The main purpose of this test was to find the combustion efficiency of this particular fuel grain at these conditions. Hypersonics is a really interesting area with many challenges, not only on just the propulsion side, but on every branch in aerospace. These problems are critical to solve and design for, and with more research and developments, we get one step closer to making hypersonics an everyday reality. Thank you.